Hello, Bill Molyneux here for Bill's Wargame World, and we're at the Outpost, Matthews, Virginia, Port Haywood. And this video is for all you wargamers out there to help me figure out when I want to wargame down here, where. Now, Lisa, my lovely bride, has agreed to some areas are sort of off limits. But, and welcome to my home. And everyone in New Zealand and Australia, thank you for watching. Oh my gosh, it's Goober the Traveling Bear. So this is our sun deck porch area. And it does have air conditioning and heat. So I got a message from Martin Knight from England, the famous wargamer, that I could set up 2 8x30 tables here and then take them down and not be in my wife's way, and we can still have company and use the sun deck. Goober gives that 2 paws up. All right, and of course we're still moving in, and I'm doing work out in the backyard, but I needed to take a break. All right, it's a little windy out, so if you're wondering, that's the Chesapeake Bay out there. And we are in the state of Virginia, and I'm cleaning that whole area up with chainsaws and weed eaters to clear out a bit to the shore. All right, follow me. Now, we've only been here a few weeks. We still have the house in Baltimore, but this place does have a lot of little weird rooms. Now, the tool shed workroom, we're going in there next. Now, please understand, we are still in the midst of doing a lot of rework, okay? I mean, I'm still sweeping the floors. Believe it or not, the dryer for this house is outside and the washer is inside. From what we were told, the previous owner's wife didn't like to hear the dryer in the house, so it got moved out here. All right, this is a workroom. So I can work on figures in here. It does have a lot of drop ceiling lighting. And yes, I need to get some friends or a contractor to help me with some of this insulation issues. But, so we have this room and a big workbench. So once I get this cleaned up, I think this would be a good area that I could spray paint in and work on figures, get a couple more lights. So that's where we're at for this room. You know, this adjoining section, I don't know, there's a nice shelving unit to put paints and supplies on. How about we continue to the next room? I'm going to let the camera run. And then, so, you know, Lisa said that room we just went into with a little work, I could turn that into a wargaming room, but I did the measurements, and a 5 or 6 foot wide table isn't big enough. All right. Now, if you're wondering, I'm cleaning out that brush to get, I don't know, another 20, 30 feet out. My neighbor, Mark, he has his all the way out to the water. I am 60 and fat. I think I'll be dead if I try to weed eat and hedge all that out there. I think I just walk 10 feet over and walk out to the ocean on through Mark's property. Very nice neighbors, by the way. All right, so this is supposed to be a room you use for cleaning fish. And by the way, a lot of the stuff, we bought the house and a lot of things are still in it, including even life preservers. So, and again, it needs some work. And we have, this is a fish cleaning sink, I was told, and crab room. And somebody asked me what kind of, it's just a barbecue grill. But this room could function with a war game table, and it does have heat but no air conditioning, same with the last room. and you could play a war game and look out to the Chesapeake Bay. And if any of you are wondering, I don't fish, so the chances of me ever using the fishy tank, fish cleaning station, is a 0. All right. Now, I've done a previous video of the dreaded boathouse. Kyle, the engineer from Pittsburgh, said it's a death trap. All right. However, using SpongeBob SquarePants imagination and a little work, the one thing that is really neat about this building, and now I'm not going to open up the big doors, hopefully I'll get enough light in here, is it's huge. I mean, it's 16 feet wide, huge ceilings, drop lights, but in the winter, if a couple electric heaters I think would be fine. It has no insulation, and as Kyle said, he's wondering if it would blow down. However, my loan people inspected it and it was passed. So they did say it is sturdy enough to pass the mortgage test. Concrete floor. There is a workbench here, but man, 2 ping pong tables even, 9x5s. And I'm thinking of bringing all the Raven Feast Vikings and ships. So that's it. Oh, the doors here, they open. And of course, I'm never going to own a giant sailing boat. So, and yes, it needs work. I'm not going to deny that. But the nice shelving, just to throw some tubs on. I would never store figures here permanently in case we had a flood or hurricane, tornado. But I could use the figures I'm using for the current game. And of course, when I'm not running a game in here, if this is the room I choose. So I would pack everything up. I'm hoping to spend quite a bit of time here. I really love it here in Matthews, Gloucester, Virginia, Port Haywood, and everyone is so nice. So, and just to let you know, this is a very touristy little section. We have the harbor is like right over there. That blue house is where the boat docks are. The oyster fishermen guys, I was told you just go over to their boats and they'll sell you oysters right when they bring them in. Now, who wants to laugh a little? Lisa encountered her first possum. Virginia is the possum capital or something of America. And we have a dirt gravel road. We have chickens next door. That's that end of the street where you see that car. That actually stops, and the Chesapeake Bay is like 10 feet from their backyard. And the one house is like 20 feet off the ground. Going this direction, the oyster guys are down there. And lastly, our house. And I'm flying a flag today that someone stopped and asked if we were from England. Of course, that's an American Revolutionary War flag. But that's about it. All right, so we have the sun deck, we have the tool room, we have the fish room, we have the boathouse room. What should I only have so much time, money, and energy. Which room should get converted to be my secondary war game room here at the Outpost? Oh, and Lisa's having questions calling this the Outpost. She's worried people think it's the Outhouse. She thinks I need to make up a new name. So, in this heavy wind, we're going to say stay safe, be kind, and be courteous, and thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.